Hey, welcome back. I have an update for my RightCapital Bookmarklet. A couple additional features and one feature that I haven't been able to get back in place, but I'll show you those real quick. To get the code, you need to go to GitHub and go to I'll leave the link down below. And the main thing you got to do is just copy this JavaScript that you're going to put in the bookmark address bar. So create a bookmark anywhere you normally do. I'm going to do Command D on a Mac, and I'm going to name this RightCapital Tools. So you can see it here. Right click on that and do Edit. And I'm going to just paste in that code that I had on the other, that I got from GitHub. Now you can just click it and you'll get a RightCapital Bookmarklet is running. So the first feature that I did was created some shortcuts for different navigation. So I'm hitting Control Shift to show this on a Mac. On Windows it will be Alt Shift. So you can see here you have like a dashboard has D where we're already at, but each one of these other navigation has a shortcut you can do. The Vault is just V. So all you have to do is Control Shift and then the letter you want to go to. Let's say retirement. And then it brings you over there. Some have sub-navigation pages, so I put 1 through whatever, the number of tabs on the bottom. So if you want to quickly go to confidence, you can hold down Control Shift and 2 or Alt Shift 2, and then you can go anywhere you want. Another feature was to go quickly to a page. A lot of times you have to go to something like retirement, and then you wait, and then you go to cash flows, and then you wait, and then you want to go to summary, so you'd hit 2. So doing all those steps takes a little while. So I created another shortcut. Again, Control Shift equals on a Mac and Alt Shift equals in Windows. So this will allow you to jump to any of the different pages that you want that had a navigation in the code before. So like we were just at the summary, I can type in summary and hit tab and enter, and then it will bring you straight there. So now you don't have to go from retirement and then cash flows and then summary. You can jump right to it. What else you might have noticed was that on the cash flow pages, they have totals in the header. Some of them don't make sense to total them up, some do, and a couple of them I did just showed the last year and the last age. But the other ones, they add up all the different rows in the top of the column. So you can look at inflows and where they're coming from, and when you change the different tables, that it will recalculate everything. Then you can jump back. Something you probably don't notice with me zoomed in so much, but if you zoom out, the table is also higher. Before it would have a max height and it would be a little bit small on bigger displays or higher resolution displays. So now you're able to see more of the table. Let me just put that back. Next thing that I did was a little bit of a hack, but it's kind of interesting. So as a client, you won't be able to change these settings, but maybe as an advisor, you might be able to. So I just snuck in another keyboard shortcut, Control Shift minus, or it could be Alt Shift minus on Windows as well. But here you can see it shows you all the different tweaks or the different settings that an advisor might be able to change for you. As a client, you'll be able to see all of them, but you won't be able to add any of them or change any of the values that make it stick. So once you hit any of these and make refresh, it just goes back to and it only changes the things that you're able to. So in this case, Jane's is 401k. I was able to change, but the Roth IRA or the IRA I wasn't able to. So it's just kind of interesting to see, but as of right now, I haven't been able to get these to stick or to make the actual changes that like an advisor would be able to. you could ask your advisor to maybe enable them for you if you contact them. In the investment asset allocation, before the Bookmarklet enabled this dropdown, and you'd be able to change the target allocation, and it'd update the different percentages. It'd give you the annual rate of return, standard deviation, and all this other information would update. But now it's not updating anymore. So that was one thing that the Bookmarklet had that isn't working anymore. I see most of the information in the code, but to make it update, it was a little bit more work than I was able to get going. I think I was able to get the different target allocations, the percentages, but like this balance, I wasn't able to get. So I'm just going to say it's not working at the time, and we'll see in the future. One other part that is enabled with the Bookmarklet is to be able to select text on the table. Usually it's disabled, so you can't select anything. Now you can, but one issue is how the page is rendered, that you're not always going to get all the same rows selected, and you're also not, all the rows might be as one string of text, so all the spaces isn't included. That's probably why RightCapital disallowed it. But if you're just trying to select a thing of text or two, and you don't want to download and then recopy it or write it down, you can easily select. And one other thing, before when you'd click the Bookmarklet again, it would add more totals. So now I fixed that, so it's only running once, and you'll get this warning if you try to run it more than once. And then if anything ever goes wrong, you can always refresh the page, and it goes back just the way it was in the beginning. So now you can kind of see where the page expands down, the totals are added, and all the different keyboard shortcuts are added right back. So again, you could go to the vault. If there's anything there, you could go to the maps in retirement cash flows. So I had to code in a few of the different pages. So if you find one that doesn't work, just write it in the comments below, and I'll see if I can add it to the code. The main thing that I need to know is this main address at the end. It's fun trying to figure out how RightCapital is using the page. A little bit of Angular in there, some high charts, and some different APIs and different things to look at. Yeah, it's fun dissecting some of the different code on RightCapital to see if I can get some different information. And I was able to find different keyboard shortcuts or keys and shortcut information that seemed like it'd be doable. So I was able to program some of this. Not the cleanest code, worked pretty well for what it needed to do. It didn't need to be that advanced. Create this Bookmarklet, which adds a little bit more to help navigate around RightCapital instead of clicking on all the different menus. So if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. Thanks a lot. Bye.